Illegal. What is going on, guys? Jacobrdoty here, back from my vlog. You guys have been all up in my DMs this past probably a week since it's come out, and what are you guys gonna do about it? What am I gonna do about it? What should we all do collectively about this? Because obviously it's just not cool. We all don't like it, right? Because we're all car people, we wanna modify our cars. So this car has Corsa Sports with a lethal off-road H-pipe, some other stuff, but really this car is even illegal because it has Roush axle backs. The problem I have to say with this is it's probably up to the officer's discretion. Now this is a lot for the tuners out there that have WRXs, Civics, Integras, things like that. The things cops generally don't like, you know, four bangers, but I hate to say it, but I think that also the Mustang guys are probably gonna be targeted pretty well too, because we have a lot of long tube Mustangs, loud Mustangs, and it's just gonna cause a lot of attention. My first suggestion would be to stay cool right now. Everybody just kind of keep it chill, don't drive like a maniac, and just drive normal. I wanna dig in a little bit into what the actual facts are for this, because this isn't really anything new. It's just being more enforced. Here in California, the previous exhaust law was that it was a correctable fine. The big difference here is it's no longer correctable. So it's a non-correctable violation. Basically means what the word is. So that means whenever you get it, you go ahead and correct the problem. And then you have a cop look at it, verify it, sign off with his name or her name. And then you take it and go pay your $25 basically processing fee that you got it corrected. Now this takes time out of your day, takes time out of the cop's day, but it's just something that happens and that's how everybody move forward. Usually people would put it right back on or do whatever, right? Now with the revision to the law is that it's no longer correctable. So that means you're automatically fined. You can't correct it and then only pay 25. The fine is supposed to start out at 25, but the average, I guess, now is like 248 or 243, something like that. So all these people that are posting the $1,000 fines, I don't think that it's $1,000. I think the $1,000 are definitely the more rare instances, so everyone's just using that for clickbait, but it's really not $1,000. The only times that I could see personally that it's $1,000 is if you get state refed. Now, again, for those people that aren't in California, I'm sure most of you guys in California do know, but if you don't, we're gonna learn it together right now. State ref means basically that you get the exhaust ticket and then they want to check your emission system. They want to check everything. So if you have any illegal engine modifications, you will not pass the state ref. That is, I think, with CHP, where they go through your car with a fine-tooth comb. Everything must be legal. If you have tint on your side markers, remove it before state ref, because even that can fail you. And this has to be scheduled. And for some people, that also means traveling, because wherever you're located, you have to find the nearest CHP station. So you may have to travel a little bit. Some people, even a couple hours, I don't know. But right now, I'm gonna keep it cool with these cars. I'm just gonna keep it really quiet. Not gonna drive all crazy or anything like that, even though I don't really usually do that anyways, just because I like to keep it to the track, which my plans in 2019 are to take it to the track. Yeah, even my mom's car, this is not my car, this is my mom's car, and she's even illegal right now, so she's got to keep it cool. I think collectively as car people, as long as we don't cause an issue or make it just really obvious that we're really loud, I think we're gonna get slid by. I think the people that just have straight pipe VQs, this exhaust law is a direct target to you guys, because you guys need to change that anyways, because they sound like crap. But really, all jokes aside, I just think that everyone can play it cool. I think it's being hyped up a lot right now. I have seen some people actually get tickets. It's been on Instagram and stuff. However, I just think it's really hyped, so if you keep it chill, you'll be fine. Now, what are the requirements to be completely legal? So like even stock cars, like a stock BMW M4 was pulled over. Somebody with like a completely stock Boss 302 Mustang with the side cutouts could be pulled over. Really, the thing is, for California, the vehicle code for this says that if you're under 6,000 pounds, you must be under 95 decibels. So what that really is basically a little over talking voice. Like right now, I'm probably at 88 decibels and I'm not screaming at all. I'm literally talking to somebody like I would be talking to you guys. The problem for me is that it's really targeting anybody with any kind of modifications to any type of exhaust. So much so as it can even be the tips, because that can give a cop probable cause. Now they have a whole right to go through your engine, your exhaust, everything. So it's just giving them the littlest leeway to start to get into something, and they're just gonna take full advantage of it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a cop hater. I have thin blue lines on my cars. Actually, some family was actually in law enforcement, so it's not like I'm a cop hater at all. I just think that giving a little bit too much freedom to cops to go after people with cool cars or, you know, modified cars, sometimes they're not that cool, but they're at least modified. Either way, I just think it gives a lot of leeway, and there's a lot of up to the cop's discretion, which can be dangerous, especially nowadays, just because some people may not be fully aware of how to actually test this. So let's get into that. The way that they test this is with a decibel meter 19.5 inches away, basically 20, but it's gonna be a decibel meter. It'll go right here on the ground at the eye level of the exhaust. So that's how they would test it. And then what they would do is start the car. Obviously, when you start the car, it comes back down. So the RPMs, imagine this is the RPMs. it comes back down and then it just idles, right? As long as you're good within that, you're fine. It's just gotta be under 95. And then what they'll do is they'll rev the car to 2,500 RPMs after it settles down and goes to its lower idle, which you all know what I'm talking about. It'll rev it up to 2,500 RPMs and then they'll read the test. So basically if you pass, you pass. And if you fail, well, there's your citation. It's probably gonna be 250 bucks. That's really how simple it is. So you pass or fail just based off of that test. However, here's the loophole that a lot of people, even some traffic lawyers, have talked about, is that not a lot of CHP actually go ahead and test. They just do it by ear. My advice, which is also stolen from the traffic lawyers, is that if you just shut up, take the ticket, fight it in court, yes, it sucks. It takes time out of your day. It takes time out of whatever, but at least you can probably fight that because they don't pull out the decibel meter. They don't have the equipment to do it, or they just don't take all the steps that they need to actually write the ticket fully. So you can say, did you test me with the decibel meter? No. All right, well then basically the ticket may be thrown out for that. Also, I just looked up the actual conviction charges. It says for first time offense, it'll be $25 for the base fee, and then after fees and everything like that, it totals out to $193. So looking at 200 bucks if you get caught with illegal exhaust. Not terrible, you gotta kind of pay to play, but it's not the $1,000 that everyone was talking about. And I actually got that off of SEMA. I guess SEMA is starting to fight back, especially Equipment Manufacturers Association. I just totally made that up. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think that's right. That means that my courses are definitely illegal. They're way too loud, even though they sound awesome to me, maybe awesome to a lot of car enthusiasts. Some people out there, obviously some lawmakers, thought they were just way too loud. The reason why they did this is because they were trying to crack down on street racing and the sideshows. A sideshow is basically when somebody would shut down a freeway, or a group of people, obviously you can't do that yourself, but a group of people would shut down an intersection or a freeway, start swinging donuts and dip. Now, I have been to a show like this and it gets out of control. I didn't even actually know that it was gonna start doing this, but it just started happening in front of me. I went to leave and my buddies all in my car group that were leaving, my car group, it's really just some buddies of mine. The car group that I was driving with and stuff, we all got pulled over as we were leaving and we weren't swinging. Our cars weren't even in the show. We were like 3 parking lots away, and us leaving, I guess, triggered something where we had a roadblock, and then all of a sudden they were coming after us. So we almost all got our hoods popped and it was gonna be absolutely terrible. It was gonna be all bad if that happened. Luckily, or not luckily for him, but a Camaro flipped a U-turn and started running away from the police and the helicopter caught him. It's a crazy story, but it actually happened, and then the cop basically yelled at us, go, because he was having to chase after the Camaro. Lethal Garage actually came up with this idea, or I saw it in his video, where I wish that in California, because this car is not driven that much, I have maybe put 2,000, 3,000 miles on it in the past year of ownership, just because it's a fair weather car. I drive it on nice days. I wish there was a way for people with cars like this that obviously is their toy car, they play with it and they just have fun with it, it can offset the cost of being smog certified. I just wish I could pay $150 a year on my registration, have it offset, maybe it goes to a fund where they can plant trees, that's his idea. Maybe it also goes to technology that can purify air, maybe it goes to like grants and stuff for other cars, because for the most part, I drive a completely stock car. I think a lot of people do. I feel like we should be able to pay that and then just move on, so that way we have the write-off, maybe we have a different plate sticker. I don't know, I just think that that could be something that kind of middles it out so everyone can agree upon it. If you're familiar with companies, they actually buy credits because of their high pollution. So if companies can do it, why can't individuals do it? We just pay the price. They pay the price because they want to do it. So if they create pollution, and they create a lot more pollution than my little Mustang here in California. So I'm just letting you guys know that that's maybe an option. I like that idea, so thank you, Lethal Garage. Totally not plagiarizing, I'm just giving you all the credit on that one. Since I live in California with Sacramento right down about 25 minutes away from me, that's where all the laws are passed, so I should be able to find somebody to actually make a difference. My goal is to link up with some congressmen or someone that can get me in contact with them, really have a sit down and be serious about this, because I feel like we can actually make a difference. There's a petition down in the description below. Actually, I signed that. TJ Hunt's been posting about it. Pretty much everybody has. Just if you have the extra time, go ahead and sign it. I don't know what it does, but at least it gives all of us car people to see that there are other people willing to do this with us. Right now, I think it's at over 150,000, which is pretty insane. I mean, we are the minority of the population being in cars and car enthusiasts. Like when I'm driving on the freeway, I just try to notice any of the cars that are modified to have loud exhaust. Really, maybe 1 in every 1,000 cars I passed had a modified exhaust that was loud enough to actually hear inside my other car or inside my car. So really, are we that big of a nuisance, or are they really just trying to make some extra money? money. And I just want to go ahead and wrap it up right here. I just want to address it because instead of talking to individually like 75 people through Instagram who have DM'd me about it, I just wanted to address 15,000 of you guys. So thank you very much. We hit 15,000 subscribers. That's it's not just me. I just make videos every once in a while and you guys actually watch them, click like, comment. So I really appreciate that support. And if you want to support even further, you may notice that there are t-shirts down available below. So that's pretty awesome. A couple of you guys have even got them off of Instagram. I haven't announced it on YouTube yet, so that's pretty crazy. People just off of like an Instagram story are starting to buy them and send me photos of them wearing them and all that. So thank you guys so much for that support. I just want to open it up down in this comment section below. Let me know what you're doing with your car. Where do you live? If you're not in California, I know this reaches nationwide, even through other countries. What are you guys gonna do about this? And what do you think about it? If you're into cars, leave a comment. If you're not into cars, I value your opinion as well, because those are the people that also help write these vlogs, or people that are not really into cars. But you have to value a nice tuned exhaust. That's just me being prejudiced against cars that may not have the best sounding exhaust, but that's all subjective. You can't really judge it off of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be making more videos soon. I just wanted to address this because you guys are really DMing me a ton about it. Give this a big like and also follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys next time.